I've just arrived at the Rover. I've brought down some spare parts, ready for the next engine going in, and there's the cylinder head in the passenger side.
Because we're going to have to use a few out of that to get back to Llandudno to siphon the old one.
Well, use my fuel when I can use that.
Let's get the engine bay open. Timing belt top cover. Back part. Doesn't appear to be broken. Just trying to have a look around the bottom pulley. Right, the timing belt bottom pulley, bottom cover is still on. It's got white marks on, look. Yeah, that bolt there is the bottom cover mounted. I don't know whether it's inside or outside. There won't be an inside part, well, there'll only be an outside part. Can't see very much. So what we got here, two snapped off valves in cylinder number 4, two snapped off valves in cylinder 3. Let's move the cam cover out of my way, and the gasket out of my way. Oh yeah, aerosol lid with bolts. And there's another valve in cylinder 1. Cylinder 1 valve. I don't know whether it's an intake or an exhaust. I probably should from its diameter, but I don't know. Anyway, it's the same as that one and that one. I think they're all intake valves. So there's a nasty gouge in number 4 piston. That's number 1. Is that an impact mark on the left side? Yeah, possibly. Must be. Number 2 looks the same just there. That's snapped off square. The valve seats aren't very shiny, are they? I expected to see cleaner metal there. Is there normally a ding in the side of them? No, I don't think there would be. Let's have a look at these two. And there's the last one, the 5th one. It's obvious that they impacted here, I think. All these nice brown colour. I am surprised at what looks like corrosion pitting on the valve seats. So my cylinder head gasket has failed. Looks to me like it's probably there. Yeah. I can move that piece of rubber. It's not bonded to the gasket, look. So that is approximately where the water jet was squirting on the inside back of the exhaust manifold. And that's why we were going back to Derby to have that replaced. Steel dowel pins, they were always in. I wonder why there's so much Must be rust in my cooling system there, I imagine. That's rustiness, isn't it? I wondered why that was so orange. So is there anything else to learn from here? Timing belt. Okay. It's got some of the Kevlar stranding coming out the side. It's also got about 2mm, every tooth, about the first 2mm on the inside. Looks like it's got chavels. On first inspection I can't see another one with a fur hanging out the side. I don't know if they go on with this. That's the outside edge. So I can't see any teeth on this section that look like they've jumped. Ancillary belt and alternator belt pulleys are still on. So the crank pulley's not been taken off. I can touch it and it doesn't wobble. Let's push that side down and this side up. Yep, that's going around. What's it going around? Why is it going around so easily? Must be disengaged from the crank pulley. That's a funny thing, isn't it? How come I can pull that around? Inside edge, look. 2mm, 2.5. Why is that so easy to pull around? Ooh. That tooth's got a little bit of brown on it. I think I've done a full rev of that belt now. Can't see a jump tooth or a tooth that's gotten damaged by anything getting in, and there's that again. So that's a full rev for certain. Right, I think the next thing to do is have a look at the head. Right, it's hard to get to. One camshaft pulley. Oh, this one's a lot lighter. Two camshaft pulley. Can't see anything obviously wrong here. So what I'm trying to work out is where that toothed rung is. That toothed laddery thing that goes in and out to operate the VVC. I imagined it went like this or like this, but it's not visible to me and I don't understand it. Oh, now then, there's a shaft. There's a shaft that goes from inside of there to inside of there, And that must translate VVC mech operation to the other one by rotation. It's just oily, that's why it doesn't spin. Right, let's flip that over. Oh, exhaust manifold gasket. I don't think I've got a new one of those. We're going to need one of those. So, look at that spark plug. I wonder how that happened. That wasn't like that when I took it out. That's the one that had got the little impact damage on. These two look fine. And those must be inlet valves, yeah? They've got to be. Yes, because this is the inlet side of the engine. And that's the exhaust manifold. Yep. So what can we see? Exhaust valves have got marks there. Slightly less on that one. And there's a line that runs them all across. And these two have got a line on here. We've got, this would have been a bouncing valve. This would have been a bouncing valve. I have no luck, except bad luck. Tensioner bolt's been loosened, obviously. It obviously hadn't slipped. There's only one bolt compression, bolt head compression mark in that look. That's used in process of tensioning, I understand. You don't have to leave it in, but it's been left in. I don't know what else to look at. A belt. What's this one? Power steering pump, ancillaries. Power steering pump. Is that the ancillaries belt? Because it's not broken. It's only lost this strip. I pulled that off. That was trapped between, pulled that out before I moved it here. That was trapped between, that was trapped at the side of the engine up against the bodywork. One of the upper pulleys, not camshaft pulleys, what upper pulley would it be? One of the ancillary pulleys or the alternator belt, alternator pulley. So the supposition is that this belt's failed, and it's not cracked up and worn away. I can't remember how old this belt is, or whether it was replaced when the head gasket was done. Remembering that the head gasket was done with a water pump, with a timing belt, all belts, all timing belts. Not, I don't know about ancillary belts. I can't remember whether or not those were done with the cylinder head gasket or not. The alternator belt is also damaged. I can't see it, but I know it's damaged. Again, it's same way. It's lost the side. Is it all here? Where did it come off? No, it's come off the whole way around. As in, it's missing from here. So I don't know how many teeth wide that would have been. Probably at least 4. Probably. Yeah, no, there's no reason to think it was 5 wide. That would have been 4 ribs wide. There we go. Broken inlet valves. Yeah, interesting that the valve seats aren't quite as shiny as I would have expected them to be. I don't know. None of these waterways are part blocked like I've seen in some pictures. In castings. That's that. 60,000 miles. And timing belt replaced. Ooh. September 2016, and it's now July 2020. So 4 years ago. Just under 4 years ago. And it's done less than 50 miles since the timing belt was replaced. The mileometer's not on. Right, we'll stop that there.